Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to our coffee times together. Today I bring you a very special video. So some time ago I had this idea of recommending books according to American Horror Story seasons. If you don't know, American Horror Story is one of my favorite series, which is hard to say because each season is completely different. So obviously there are seasons that I like more than others, but all in all, I've always really enjoyed the seasons. I'm only missing season 8. I still have not been able to watch that one because, you know, I cannot get it here through normal television. So I have to wait most of the time for the DVD release. And I decided to start a series of videos in which I recommend you 5 books per season that have something to do with that specific American Horror Story season. Obviously today we're gonna start with the first season called Murder House.
It's coffee time!
For all of you that are unfamiliar with the American Horror Story seasons, basically the first season, it is based in a house that is full of ghosts, and for that specific reason, this video is going to be 5 book recommendations that have to do with ghost haunted houses, things like that, where ghosts live and appear. And I really love this season. If you want to start with American Horror Story, it doesn't matter where you start because, like I said, every season is a complete different thing. But I do recommend to start from the beginning to the end because there are always hints and winks to previous seasons, so it makes more sense in a way to start from the very beginning. And now let's start with those 5 book recommendations. Let's start with my Sweet Audrina by V.C. Andrews, and this is a classic story from 1980 and trigger warning for abuse, rape, and disturbing content. In this story we have Audrina. She has always lived on the shadow of her sister that died before she was born. She's always seeking for, you know, approval. She's always in the shadow of her deceased sister. She is always trying to be as good as her sister was, so it has to do a lot as well with parental relationships. And Audrina even got the same name as her deceased sister, and there is a secret in this family that Audrina doesn't know but that she's about to uncover. It is a great story because Audrina is also in this mansion with her parents. She's cut off from society, so you know it's very atmospheric, and she starts to question her own sanity. I think it's a great classic, so if you have not checked it out and you love this kind of vibe of family secret, haunted houses kind of creepiness, you might want to check this one out. Next we have The Shining Girls, and this brings a twist on the typical kind of serial killer haunted houses story because we have here time travel. In the Depression era, this guy finds a key to a house and he can stay there, but there is a condition. It's that he needs to kill shining girls, which are bright young girls that have a lot of potential. So for that he becomes a serial killer that travels through time to different eras to kill shining girls. And so it's going to be hard to, you know, catch a killer like that because he can travel through time. This was great. It is very disturbing as well, but it is a great serial killer slash, you know, haunted house story because it has the great twist that it comes with time travel, which when done right could be really good addition to the story. And everything was going great for a serial killer until he went to 1989 and one of his victims survives the attack and it starts to hunt him back. Next we have a classic, Crooked House by Agatha Christie. This is a great book also to start reading Agatha Christie because this is a really well known of her stories, and it recently a movie came out called Knives Out that I really enjoyed, and it has kind of the same vibe of this book. So if you love the movie you might enjoy this story as well. We are in the Three Gables mansion where an old man has been killed in, well, his has died, but in suspicious circumstances. So we're thinking that he was murdered. And of course, the first suspect is the widow. But they start to realize that everybody from the family has a reason to have committed such a crime. So an investigation starts. And this is a great murder mystery whodunit story in a creepy house, and I really love this one. I would really recommend it to you if you like this kind of murder mystery stories where a whole family is suspect of one crime. Next we have Crimson Peak by Nancy Holder. This is actually a novelization of the movie, so the book came after the movie. However, I really enjoyed this story also in book form. As a huge fan of Guillermo del Toro, I absolutely loved Crimson Peak. The imagery in this movie, the color, it's just insanity. I loved it. So of course I picked up the novel and I really enjoyed it as well. So if you're looking for a dark romantic story, this might be for you. This has all, you know, the typical things for a gothic love story with ghosts and creepy atmosphere. We have a young woman who starts to write her own books until one day a stranger comes and she falls in love with him, and she decides to defy her father, her family and everybody and just go live with him in his old creepy dark mansion and discover all the secrets from this new stranger that she just agreed to live with without even really knowing him. So it is really good. I love the story. So if you're looking for something like this, like a gothic horror romance, this might be for you. And the last one that I would like to mention is The Graveyard Apartment by Mariko Koike. This was published first in Japan in 1986 and is about this family that thinks they found the perfect apartment and they move there. Everything seems perfect, but there is something evil lurking that apartment, and the longer they stay, the more trapped they are. As the title says, the apartment is next to a graveyard, and as a series of events start to happen, the people from these buildings start to move out until only this family stays in the building. But they are not alone. There is something else lurking through the halls. And these were my 5 book recommendations for Murder House, the first season of American Horror Story. Obviously, these recommendations are for anybody that enjoys haunted places, haunted houses, or ghost stories. Let me know down below if you read any of these books or which other ones would you recommend for this topic. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give the video a big thumbs up for support, and if you want to follow me on other social media, the links as always down below, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!